MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, it's the finale of this four-game set between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt, the National League's leading hitter to this point, takes his swings. Next. Dakota Hudson, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, in his last start, he picked up his 9th win of the season. It's always nice to get into double digits, and nothing he'd like to do more than to pitch well in this one and pick up his 10th victory of the year.
And that brings up Javi Baez. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Hey, this is the big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Row? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about themselves and salvage their last game of this series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight. Makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. The mercury still rising here at the ballpark. 93 degrees our game time temperature. Hit hard up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. The average coming in 257, 18 homers, and he's driven in 45. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Baez on at first, nobody out. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
In there, a base hit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Now at the plate, Chris Bryant. As we take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. from the stretch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Chasing after it is O'Neill, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. First offering on its way. First and second now, one man out. And this is on the ground to first. Could be two. One there. But the feed to the pitcher is offline, and the inning will continue. And he'll come in to score from second base. And that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw.
The first baseman, number
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. And a chance to add to his National League RBI lead if he can deliver right here.
Yeah, he can be found on the leaderboards for batting average and home runs too, guys. He's having a very special year so far.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
The 2-0 pitch. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Ready with the 2-1. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. The set and the 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Two out here and a runner at second. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Hit down the line at first. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And that misses, ball four. So it's first and second now with two out.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Settling in now, Kyle Schwarber. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. From the belt, the pitch. And that misses for ball one.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
The set and the 1-0. Two men are on with two men out. Hit softly down the line at first. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Only one in the inning for the Cubs. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Cubbies are in front 1-0. Jarrell Cotton, the pitcher from the Virgin Islands, is the starter on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
If you want to pick up a win as a starting pitcher, you have to go 5 innings to get the win, and that's just what he did the last one. I'm sure he'd like to be out there for a little bit longer in this one.
Leading up for the Cardinals, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Scooped up. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide.
Now an indication from the dugout is that they will not challenge the call on the field, so the runner is indeed out. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. It's a solo shot here for Paul DeJong, number 31 for him on the season. And the Redbirds are even now at 1 run apiece.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong.
The second baseman.
So look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one in this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, D-Row, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today.
There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
Definitely not what you're trying to do here. 0-2 with a curveball. You see a lot of guys elevate a fastball like that in this situation, but a curve like that is just asking to get punished.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Weak grounder down the first baseline, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Yeah, man, I think everyone should keep an eye on Colton Wong. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now. And by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
Here comes the first pitch. Justin Turner is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
Brian O'Keefe stands in as he looks at ball one here. A runner on first with 2 away. Into center field, line drive base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Tyler O'Neill. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
First pitch of the at bat.
Ball one.
You got to love that as a hitter right there. It doesn't happen much, but when it does, you have to find a way to take advantage of the count.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. Gone. And that one had some extra distance. Shot to left center, number 21 for him on the season, and the Cardinals open it up now. It's 4-1.
Can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
Now batting, Lane Thomas. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First delivery to him on the way. This one also hit deep to left field. Left fielder looking up. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. Solo shot here to left. 3rd home run for him on the year as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, when a manager talks about hitting being contagious, that is exactly what we're talking about. One guy tees off, and the guy behind him starts to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more focused. The next thing you know, you've got 3 home runs in an inning, and your entire offense is off and running.
At the plate now, Tommy Edman. Liner in there for a base hit.
Wow, this guy must be a glutton for punishment because he's given up 6 hits in this inning alone. Not sure how much more rope you can give this guy. At some point, you have to try somebody different.
So now to the plate, Dakota Hudson. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1.
As a manager, when you see a guy struggling like this in the first inning, your mind starts racing, trying to figure out about how long you're going to go with this guy and how many guys you might end up having to use out of your bullpen just to get through this thing. Not a good spot to be in.
2-0 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit on the ground out to short. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. 1 inning in the books here. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 1. Now in the box, Ian Happ. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Count even now at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Turner moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Batting 8, the second baseman, Jason.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And I want to focus on first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to steal a line from my partner here, Dan Plesac. Hashtag Goldschmidt happens. This former Gold Glover can play some serious defense as well as carry this offense.
And is the second baseman Jason Kipnis. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He'll check in here at 256. 7 homers and 30 RBIs. And it's quickly 0-2. Kipnis, or Kip for short. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again. Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
At the plate, Jarrell Cotton. And he'll try to bunt that man to second, but this one kicks foul. Here comes the 0-1. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. Throw not in time at first, so the pitcher tries to give himself up, but instead he gets himself a base hit. Here's Javier Baez. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's singled to open up the ball game. Hit the other way out toward right field. Turner is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And this throw gets away from him.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. From the belt, kicks and deals. Popped him up. Thomas in foul ground. And the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They're down here 5-1. Riding in once again, Paul Goldschmidt. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here. 1 out, nobody on. Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
And we take a look at the line right here, and it's not pretty. He's given up 7 hits, and we're only in the second inning. So what if 3 things is going to happen? He's either going to buckle down and start hitting his spots, he's going to continue to get shelled, our game is going to last about 5 hours, or he's going to get the hook early and head for the showers.
Standing in, Colton Wong. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
In there, 0-1.
Hey, the way this guy on the mound's been struggling to find the zone, I'm not mad at the guy taking the pitch.
Ready with the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. They'll extend their lead here as the runner scores from first. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart early here this afternoon, as he just never got into any kind of groove out there. Alec Mills enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. To the plate now, Justin Turner, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the 1-0. Drilled to first. Rizzo was there. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to third now.
Now batting, catcher, Brian
Into the box now, Brian O'Keefe. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. One for the Cardinals thanks to this man, Colton Wong. We've played 2. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Cubs 1. The next Cub up, Chris Bryant. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey!
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, that's out.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power, you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Hit on the ground out to short. DeYoung fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Contreras.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and Wilson Contreras digs in at the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0. Contreras in front. 2 balls and no strikes.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
2-1 the count. Just above the zone that time. Looked like a misfired sinker.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swung on and missed. That strike 2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Might have gone after ball 4 there as this one's fouled away off to the right. High in the air out towards shallow right. Turner in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He comes into this one just 2 for 12 in the series to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. Hit out towards second. And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo. So they get a 2-out base runner here following the base hit, and that leads us to check out the league leaders in team batting average. And you can see there they're just one place off the top spot in the NL in that category. In now, Kyle Schwarber. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Here comes the first pitch.
That's the ball.
One and 0 pitch on the way.
Ball 2.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage 2-0.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Digging in now, Ian Happ. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. First pitch on its way. Two men are on with 2 men out. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
0-2. Here it comes. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a sinker called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. Cubs strand a couple. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. And we're back for the bottom of the third. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Tyler O'Neill. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. And now a pitch on the way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
That's the ball.
Gotta think our man behind the plate thought twice about that one. About as close as it gets.
The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2.
Full count.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Stepping in now, Lane Thomas. And he puts it on the ground to second. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, center fielder, Tommy Edman.
Digging in the switch hitter, Tommy Edman, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Now the 0-1. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And it will end the inning thanks to a little help from his first baseman, and that'll be that. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Jason Kipnis.
First pitch on its way. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more.
Nope. Ball 1.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
The pitcher, number 30, Alec Mills.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Alec Mills. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And the pitch. And he lays off there 1-0. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
1 run, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Fouled off. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Swing, and he pops him up. DeYoung into shallow center, but the second baseman calls him off and makes the catch. And there are 2 gone now.
Number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Javier Baez. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First delivery to him on the way. And that's in there for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. 1 run, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Again, a 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
Next out, 2-2.
Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a ground ball single up the center of the diamond makes it 2 hits for him on the afternoon. And as we pull up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks 2nd on the team in that category. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Lifted the other way to left center. Long run for the center fielder. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. They trail 6-1.
Your
Matt
attention,
Carpenter
please.
will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 13, Matt Carpenter.
And a foul tip held onto here at strike one. He'll enter play right at 333. 23 homers and 48 driven in. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Drilled on the ground is short. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Wow. Well, that was certainly worth another look with Show Track. He made that play look easy, but the sliding stop is anything but. Then he rifles the ball across the infield to complete the out. Just a great play all the way around. Now to the plate, Paul DeYoung. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit high and deep out to left field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
As a team, they've gone yard 4 times, and this guy's accounted for half of them. Memo to all pitchers the rest of the game. If this guy comes to the plate, you might want to pitch around him.
Here's Colton Wong now. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Genesis Cabrera, a 6-foot 2-inch left-hander, jogs in to take over on the hill. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
In there for strike one, 0-1. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
That misses, 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was ahead in the count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. He swings and grounds it to short, and that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Striding into the box, Anthony Rizzo. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Cabrera stands 6'2" and throws from the left side. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, you could tell his eyes lit up on that ball right there. It was a little up, but it was out over the plate. Tough pitch to pull, and this guy's known for going deep pull side.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Oh, and he's going to get rung up on a curveball, and that looked like a questionable strike at best. 2 away.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Digging in once again, Kyle Schwarber. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. He's set, and the pitch. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
2 out with the man at first. And a swing and a miss as he pulled the string on the breaking ball, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down 7-1. And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Justin Turner, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now here's the pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
In now, Brian O'Keefe. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit. is in at second base with a one-out double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Runner in scoring position at second with one away. And into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. Has a look, now the pitch. Soft grounder left side. Gonna be a tough play. And there's out number 2.
Up next for the Cardinals, the third baseman, Way.
Now at the plate, Lane Thomas. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit hard to third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Well, if anybody was wondering why they're losing, there's the reason. When you're given a chance to make a big play, you've got to make it, or you're going to be on the wrong end of games more often than not.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tommy Edman. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Hopped up.
And that'll do it in the inning as the catch is made in the coach's box.
So it's 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on. 5 innings complete. Cards lead it 8-1. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring up the former first rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Grounded softly down the line toward first, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball, and if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
At the plate now, Jason Kipnis, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at bats for this team right now.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis. The 1-2.
No, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
One out, nobody on. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. And as I thought might be the case based on how close that play was, they're requesting a chance to review the replay and decide whether or not to challenge the safe call.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. Going to be interesting to see what they want to do.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there.
Upon video review, the call of safe at first base has been overturned.
David Bodie will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
David Bodie.
A high fastball is in there. 281 the average entering play. 8 home runs and 33 driven in. The windup and the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Wong has it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Trevor McGill gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. So here now is the pitcher, Genesis Cabrera. He's getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air out to right. On the move is Hayward. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
First baseman,
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Hitless so far in this one. It's just been one of those days for him, but it hasn't happened very often this year.
And certainly not against mediocre pitching. You can live with it if you're getting blown up by some of the better pitchers in the game. But he struggled against some of the 3, 4, 5s in the league.
Hit high and deep out to left field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Paul DeYoung will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Happ retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Down go the Redbirds on a mere 4 pitches, and it remains an 8-1 ball game. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Javier Baez. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
First delivery to him on the way. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Into the box, Jason Hayward. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 misses for the second ball.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
Now the 2-0.
Hey.
Grounded back up the middle. DeYoung gathers it in on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go as the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit hard on the ground to second, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Standing in now, Wilson Contreras, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. On the ground to third. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Cubs strand 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Colton Wong. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Liner towards second, and a leaping effort, but it's off his glove.
The batter, the right fielder, Justin Turner.
Into the box now, Justin Turner, and he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. Dives, and he hangs on for the out. Wow.
Now batting, catcher, Ryan O'Keefe.
At the plate, plate, Brian O'Keefe. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Happ is there, 2 gone.
Up next for the Cardinals, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Stepping into the box, Tyler O'Neill. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
A runner on first with 2 away. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. The 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. The throw pulls him off the bag, and he is in there.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a 3-ring circus.
So stepping in, Lane Thomas. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. And the second run will score as well.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
So now to the plate, Tommy Edman. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. More to come on MLB Network Sunday Baseball after this. So in now for Chicago, Anthony Rizzo. He enters this at-bat 1 for 2 with a walk.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First offering on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
The 0-1 delivery.
Ball inside.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Here's the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Two is a changeup that misses 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. swing and a liner. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone.
Left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Stepping in, Kyle Schwarber. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Jordan Hicks gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Number 12, Jordan Hicks.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. That evens it up 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. All even now, 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled away. Hit hard to short. DeYoung's got it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Coming to the plate now, Ian Happ. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
More of a comfortable side from the left side. Puts the ball in play. More of a contact hitter from the left side. Might have grown up being a natural left-handed hitter.
He's set. Here it comes. Here's the 0-1. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Cubs are down in order. They're down 9. It's 10-1. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Jordan Hicks. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Too high to start the inning. It's 1-0. And despite his success with the bat this year, he's going through a really tough stretch in recent games, batting under the Mendoza line over his last 10.
Yeah, he struggled the last 10 games, no doubt about it, but the sample size in the first half is too big. It's only going to take 1 swing for him to get right back on track.
Schwarber has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Paul Goldschmidt. He steps in for the 5th time today, giving him a bonus chance, if you will, to keep that hitting streak alive.
Yeah, and thank his lucky stars, his lineup's been able to get him that 5th opportunity. Right here, you're usually only seeing 3 to 4 at bats if you work a walk in. He's got a chance to keep this hit streak alive.
High in the air out to center field. Happ is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
At the plate, Paul DeYoung. Already a pair of long balls on his line in this one, so we'll see what else he has in store here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit on the ground to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. They hang on to their 10-1 lead. Giovanni Gallegos comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Giovanni.
Striding in, Jason Kipnis starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
From the stretch. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. The 0-1 on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. A note passed along from our producer Chris Cutcliffe tells me to remind you to stick around for post-game highlights immediately following this afternoon's game right here on the show. Victor Caratini will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. And he's really continued to look great in the second half of the season. Over the last 10 games, hitting over 300.
He's been so consistent all year. His timing, just his presence in the box. It doesn't look like this is going away anytime soon. Probably going to battle for a batting title the rest of the way.
One out, nobody on. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Now the 2-1. High and deep down the left field line. And no one will get this one. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Javier Baez. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Big cut at the 2-0 slider, but he comes up empty, 2-1.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Line to the right side, but foul. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Three and two now.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit to first. Fielded by Goldschmidt. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
10-1, the final lopsided score in this ball game. The St. Louis Cardinals get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Genesis Cabrera wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Jarrell Cotton permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.